Storm Team.
Welcome back to KX News at 5, and here's a live look around the state. Plenty to get into for today. So quickly, seeing those blue skies prevailing right now in those low to mid 60s temperature-wise. No rain for tonight into tomorrow. Enough on right now. It's plenty good overall. Let's get into the good stuff as we get into Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, and into early on Monday. So we've shown this before. This is the overall setup for what we have coming in late Sunday into early on Monday. We have this warm front, which will move through earlier in the day on Sunday, early to mid-afternoon. Going to get us into those mid-70s for daytime highs for Sunday. And with that, going to give us some instability as the warm front pushes through. Going to create this warm sector right here. Going to allow the winds to shift more out of the south. Going to fuel all that moisture coming in from the Gulf, creating what's called a low-level jet. So we'll have that going on, and we'll have this trailing cold front that's going to move through overnight, Sunday night into Monday morning. And as that happens, all the key ingredients here will come together to give us hopefully some very beneficial rain, maybe some storms. A few of those may reach the severe threshold. We'll dive into those details here right now. So the odds of seeing severe weather are going to be about 15 to 20% right now, isolated in terms of coverage for that severe risk. The wind potential, so in order to get a storm that crosses the severe threshold for winds, you have to be at least 60 miles per hour. So not quite going to get there most likely as far as the winds are concerned. But as far as that hail risk is concerned, from penny-sized hail, golf ball-sized hail possible. I wouldn't call this area right here likely, but again, it is possible. We will have some conducive factors for that possibility. The risk for a tornado is going to be slight right now, 5% at best. That's pretty low, but not zero, hence why we're mentioning it here. And obviously the flooding going to be a concern as some heavy rain pushes on in. So again, really the big factor of this system won't be the severe risks, but we do have those risks, hence why we're showing this for you. So getting into precision cast right now as we get to 9, 10, 11 o'clock Sunday night. Some moderate to heavy rain going to come in from the west-southwest, south of Dickinson along 94 towards that southwestern corner. Heavier rain pockets possible at times towards Hettinger County down towards our South Dakota border. As you push into Monday morning, most of that very heavy rain and honestly the odds for severe storms going to be along 94 and points further south into South Dakota, kind of as we're seeing right about here and further south than that. As you push through into Monday, some wraparound moisture will come back in from the west, maybe even as far north as Highway 2, but some more continued steady rain for out towards the west into our central locations. And this should persist really into and through Monday evening. So it's going to be a wet one for us as we get into Monday of next week. And as far as how much rain to expect and the odds of seeing it, unfortunately not much for that northwestern corner, maybe a quarter of an inch at best with that. For the Bisman area back towards Harvey, quarter, or I should say a half an inch to an inch and a half, certainly possible. And towards the far west, some areas may get upwards of 2 inches if all of this aligns perfectly. I wish I had more time to spend on this, but got to move on here through the program. Looking at Williston's next 5 days overall. Tomorrow, high of 61, 70s for Sunday as the warm front comes on through. Cold front for Monday, though, a high of just 53, 60s, though, by Tuesday and Wednesday. And Dickinson, 70% chance of that rain and storm activity Sunday night into our Monday. Mild for Sunday and chilly there as we get into that Monday afternoon. And here's Minot's next few days, 50s to 70s over the next 2 days. Back to the 50s we go from Monday. 60% chance of that moisture coming in late Sunday night. And then Bismarck, a 90% chance of rain and storms. Some of those may reach the severe category. And again, 70s though by Thursday and Friday. Plenty of sun and next week as well, Joel.
Boy, a rainy day. What's that like? We haven't seen one in a while.
It's been a minute and a half, honestly. Some areas may get 2+ inches from this. Couldn't think of a better scenario. Should be a nice steady rain over the course of 24 to 36 hours. Kind of exactly what we need right now. So.
Maybe then we can complain about having to walk through puddles.
Oh, I would love to be able to do that. Yes.
Kenny, thanks so much. Still to come on